someone asks a yogi, "Sir, you do meditation every day. What do you gain from meditation?" What did yogi reply? He said, "I don't do meditation to gain something. I do meditation to lose something. I lose my anger, I lose my ego." So there is a big rush where we are trying to gain everything in our life. We are going, getting information, watching more videos, listening more people, reading more books, but still we are end up with frustrating life. We are not able to do what we actually want to do. The reason behind it is, as like my previous speaker said, and on the contrary, what he said to that, you might want to follow Sachin Tendulkar, you might want to become a star. And I would say absolutely against of it. I would say that just be yourself. Sachin Tendulkar never thought of being somebody else. He just believed in himself. And he did all big role models. Did they follow anyone? No. They had taken information, nutrition, and lots of ideas, but they been themselves. And here is a small story. You have seen those beautiful sculptures? Lots of, those stone sculptures so Michelangelo is one of the big sculptors, and somebody asked him that this piece of stone, such a big piece of stone, how do you make beautiful sculpture out of this stone? How do you bring this beauty from this ugly looking stone? What did he reply? He said that beauty is in stone. All I do, I take a hammer and chisel and I just remove dirt from it. I remove unwanted part from it, but what is inside is beauty. We, all of us, have been provided with certain qualities. We have qualities, we live life with the qualities, and if we just follow and focus on our qualities, and if we just believe in ourselves, we can do far better than probably looking at someone else, reading from some other places, and those all information, reading, watching, listening is good if you are taking it as information. But it's not going to do good anything for you if you are taking all those things as you are living. Have you seen, you might be driving a car or bike, riding a bike, and often you see the dogs coming behind and trying to catch your car. So you drive a car and the dogs come and try to catch your car. So one guy asked, I'm still surprised that why this dog, what they're trying, and are they going to catch a car, right? Then the other guy answered that the matter is not that, whether he's going to catch a car or not. Even if he catch a car, what is going to do? What a dog going to do even if he catch a car? What we do, when we watch a movie, we want to become an actor. When we watch a cricket, we want to become a sports star. When we see someone speaking, we want to become a speaker. When we see an artist, we want to become artists. All these are excitement in our life. And what we do, we actually put our life into those excitements. While don't be a dog to try to catch everything, just go inside yourself and try to see what you possess, what you have, what quality you have. Do we evaluate our life? Do we actually look at our performance, whatever we do it? Here is a small story about the self-evaluation. Here is this young guy. He goes to a grocery store and he requests a grocery store that I had to make a call. Grocery store said, okay, I will allow you. So this guy make a call to a woman and he says that, ma'am, you got a nice house. I'm a cleaner and I want to clean your house. That lady says, well, I have a nice cleaner. I'm okay with whatever we have got. Then this guy says again, ma'am, I'm a very good cleaner and I would probably work you on half the price and I will do very good cleaning. I will even do your kitchen. I will even do your rooms and other things. And I will do amazing job at the half the price. The lady said, well, very good, thank you, but I have got someone to do cleaning, so I don't require anything. And this grocery guy was listening to this conversation. Now this guy again says that, ma'am, I can even do gardening and can do lots of good work. And that woman in an irritating voice said, well, I appreciate your offer, but I don't need anyone. And that woman hung phone. Now this guy, grocery guy, was listening to entire conversation, and he says, wow, you have such a dedication for your work. I wouldn't mind hiring you. Then this cleaner says, well, thank you for offering me a job, but I'm already working. He said, you are working? You are just pleading. You are just asking for a job. You are requesting a lady to hire you. And this guy says, well, sir, I am the cleaner which is working in that lady's house. What is this? It's the greatest way to do self-evaluation. If you just stop by for a minute and just think that how many times have you actually evaluated your life, that what quality you really possess, and are you working on those qualities or not? If you work on your passion, you will be unstoppable. You will be putting extra efforts. But if you work in the area of excitement, like an actor, a sportsman, and all these things, you will not have enough confidence, you will not have enough energy. If you are passionate, let's look at the scenario. If you go to a garden, and if you are a gardener, what you will look? You will look at the entire process. How someone is seeding, giving water, nurturing plant, what kind of plant and all. But if you're an observer, you will just go and see which plants have fruits or flowers, right? A true patient guy will do entire process. He will actually look at the entire process. And an observer will look at the end result. Now what happened, that if you work in area which is not yours, you might just look at the end result and fruit, and you might try to work on it. But then what happened, you don't enjoy the process. And if you don't enjoy the process, you're not bringing happiness in your life. You're not bringing that value and quality in your life, and eventually no one is going to get benefit from your end result. There are many people who are successful businessmen, but what difference they make to the world? Do they make any difference? Try to remember any person, let's say from 100 years back and 200 years back, who was a big businessman, he had a big car, he had a big bungalow. If I ask you, you would remember no one. But people who have contributed something, people who have done something good in their own areas, people who understand their qualities, understand their capabilities and exploit that capabilities are the people which are real successful. What is the definition of success? Find your potential, what you are good at it, and exploit that potential and use it for the better purpose. That's the only definition of success for me. Find what you're good at it. It could be anything. You could be a good writer, you could be a good speaker like this, or you could be a good designer, artist. Just find your true potential, what potential you have, and exploit that potential. What happened, that many people, they are just not able to find their potential. They're not able to find their passion. Why they are not able to find passion? What happened if I ask you today to learn a new skill? What's the difference? Today, you will say, oh well, I don't have money, I don't have power, I don't have time, I don't have resources. You will not try to learn. But when you were a child, you had no other thought in your mind but except walking. So what happened, that education has already killed our creativity, and now we have gathered so much information. We have seen the world. Every time we go and see on the YouTube, there are big people, they are doing so much good thing, they are stars, they are acting, they are doing wonderful things, and this kind of create hurdle in us, isn't it? But if you look at your own potential, and if you just believe in yourself, self-confidence can take you to far more distance. After identifying your passion, and after knowing what good you are at, you have to do something to contribute. If you don't contribute, no one is going to remember you. No one is going to even know you after a few years. Why? And I will explain you why from this story. There was a little boy, he was walking on the beach, and because of the high tide, those starfish, thousands of starfish came out of water, on the beach. Thousands of, probably 10, 20,000 starfish came on the beach. So this guy was picking up this starfish and gently throwing back in the water. And elder person saw that what this guy is doing. So he said to this guy that, what are you doing? I mean, even if you pick few starfish, you're not going to make much of difference. I mean, there are thousands of starfish. Can't you see that there are thousands of starfish? Even if you pick few of them, you will not make much of difference. This guy picked one more starfish, very gently threw back in the water and says, it made difference to this one. Isn't it? It makes difference to this one. So no matter what quality you have, what business you are, even if you are making a difference to one person, your life is purposeful. Isn't it? So I'm all here to say to you, stop following 10,000 people. You can, just as like you eat food to get nutrition from it, you can read, watch, listen to get the information from it so you can build yourself. But do not blindly follow that. You yourself have potential to be a rock star. Thank you very much.